Yeah, thank you, Himanshu. Yeah, so, yeah, Mr.
Actually, I
Singh.
would ask Mr. Dheer and Mr. Ashok Cherian.
I was in fact
Himanshu.
coming to you, so
No, but then I go- I'll lose my thought otherwise.
please go ahead.
He's talking about cloud. Which clouds it is? Is it private or is it public or is it hybrid? Which is more popular?
Okay.
So my intention was, so if I talk about internet companies, every internet company will be working on a private cloud. So movement is from private to public cloud, essentially. So all these observations are mostly around public cloud and not so much around the private cloud, right?
Yeah.
I want to add something to it, to your question. See, basically it depends upon your company model in this way also. Like if you see the startups, they will actually go into public cloud. But they have a vision where they see that as their traffic and business are growing, how much things they have to, means they have to put in their own control and they want to isolate systems that way. So there comes a time when they model this thing that what part will remain in private cloud and what will come in public cloud. Even private cloud has multiple flavors. The understandings are different. So there can be a pseudo private cloud where you are actually hosted in a, you are not hosting anything on your premises, that is still in the data center, but whatever is the hardware lying underlying that is dedicated to you and hypervisor is working on top of that, but nobody else is using the resources from that. So that is also a flavor of private cloud. So it depends that how you are moving. So companies normally start from public cloud, startups, and as their business scale and they think they get into that public cloud. And now there are another things coming up like personal cloud. I don't know whether you have heard of that or not. Personal cloud has also made an advent now, and the real challenge is now the personal cloud wants to join both private and public cloud, which is the next discussion I think probably coming up in next few months, that how that integration is going to happen and what will be the challenges around that.
Which is more secure as far as security is concerned?
So security is a myth, let me tell you. If somebody wants to break security, he can get into any of these. So there are many things around security. See, security is a multi-layered security, and loophole can be at any point, right? And it can be triggered into any of the system. What data needs to be how much secured, that is again a company's personal thing, how they want to treat it, and a different level of security can be implemented at different layers.
Yeah, rightly pointed out. So, coming to Mr. Parambir Singh, who is AGM at SAIL. So, I like to know from you what cloud means for a company like SAIL and how you guys are leveraging cloud, and I mean, are you really making use of it or in the process, or what kind of applications you are?
Well, Modi's favorite topic is smart cities. And I think cloud is going to help a lot.
Okay.
I've been to many seminars where they have shown that, the electric poles, they're just not for light only. They can be having cameras, they can be having microphones, they can be having Wi-Fi, and any crime happening in the vicinity can be just broadcast. It can be on the cloud. And people will come to know something is happening there. Some chain snatching is there. Some lady is being harassed. So this is a smart city. Security is very important in smart city. Policing is very important. In USA, what they do is, they don't have much police, but the people themselves police. They will not allow things happening in front of them. Say something is going, and people will tell, don't do it. No requirement of the police is there. Here, police is required. So that type of mindset has to come. So SAIL is, of course, into cloud very much.
Okay. So before I ask Sushant to, address some of the queries which emerged out of the discussion, can I ask the audience if they have any question? We have a hostess. She will come to you with the mic if you have any question to ask, or maybe any query from the esteemed panel members. Okay, so I'll straight away go to Sushant. So Sushant, coming back to the main agenda, leveraging the cloud to accelerate business growth. combined with whatever queries emerged out of the discussion, like, disruption, security, and over provisioning, things like that. So how do you see, and I mean, from a vendor perspective, what is it that you can still, really offer to the users?
Sure. First of all, a very good evening to all of you, and my dear panelists. It's an honor sitting amongst you. Thank you so much. Let me tell you, I was not into a wrong habit of using my mobile phone while the panel discussion was going. I was trying to use this device just to take note of it because I have a Gajini effect. I don't remember things well. But interestingly, this is just a small phone which I use. Unfortunately, the screen is also not working. I'm writing it here, unlike writing it on pen and paper, go green. Plus, when I'll make a presentation, this file is automatically getting synchronized with my other device. So I'll have these points there as well, which I'll try to cover. Now, what I was trying to understand and take note of, as all of our respected panelists very correctly said, that cloud is a thing which is a mind share, primarily. If we look at the basics, cloud is no different from what we used to do before. Only thing is that the infrastructure place is not your place. It's at somewhere else, right? We have also seen the concept of outsourcing before, like HR outsourcing, finance outsourcing. So they are why do we outsource? Because we have the expertise and focused people driving that business, and they know how to run that business, and hence they are being able to give us that business as a service, which is much more secured, probably much more proficient than what we would have been able to drive. So any business who's trying to look out for cloud as an option is just an option. Let me put it very straight. We would not say cloud is the only solution. As very rightfully said by our panelists, there are different kinds of cloud computing, hybrid, public, personal as well. Look at the example that Parambir sir went on to quote. And I'll give you specific examples. Smart city, Surat sir. Smart city, Indore. They're actually using the conventional technology of lampposts and the wiring of lampposts to connect not only for better lighting, but for better surveillance. So if you notice, they're using the existing infrastructure, which is on-premise conventional, plus they're using certain data access capability on the internet cloud to give a smarter infrastructure. If you notice, in this particular example, they're using both on-premise as well as cloud infrastructure, right? Now, as Dhir sir went on to mention, the startups. If I am a startup today, I did meet a few startups in the room, wherein I have to focus on taxi business as an example, and I'm giving you real examples. I have to focus on taxi business. I do not know when would the call land. How many of you have booked taxi for sure, Ola, Meru, if I could? Where have you been booking it? On the app. Did anyone ever imagine about 1.5 years back that a taxiwala would ask you to book a cab on an app? That is something that the industry is evolving because, one, it is easy to use. Two, it is easy to provision and manage. Three, most importantly, as said, probably the cloud vendors or the cloud service providers have kept up to the expectations of security standards in their offering. If there are security breaches and question mark really which would have affected the business, the cloud trajectory would have not been on the growth side. I'll ask one more question with respect to security to each one of us. Do we do banking with the HSBC, Citibanks, ICICI banks and all? How many of us, sir? All of us. Wow. Sir, but can I ask you this question? It is your money, probably your jewelry as well. But where do you keep that, sir? You're not keeping that in your on-premise house. Because you know probably your on-premise setup is not that well managed, well secured. But that service provider is there to give you that business. So whichever cloud vendors are there today in the market who are certified to at a particular level, they're very serious about their business. And hence, security is their utmost concern because that is the service that they're giving you. We keep our money, we keep our things on banks. We do online transactions, but we do not know online, as you said very correctly. if you notice, none of the IT companies in the world did a revolution on cloud more than the commerce or the shopping companies. WhatsApps, Flipkarts, they are way ahead of Microsoft's, Oracle's, IBM's of the world. They taught us how to use cloud in true sense. Otherwise, we would have never been able to market it well. That is primarily because of the fact that the data is also secured, because they have to undergo a lot of stringent laws. And hence, security is definitely taken care of. Security is by the books, by the infrastructure as well. You have different layers of security. One last question. In your data center, in your organization, what is the kind of security that you have? An access card, right? How many times do you ensure that an employee who's leaving the organization is actually punching the access card and going out? How many times do you think that cannot be fudged? How many times have you heard that there have been breaches? I'll talk about a small SMB organization. I mean, SAIL and others are really big. But even for the small basic IT, one customer told me, my IT administrator resetted all the password before he resigned. What will you do, sir? What is the security that we are talking about?
Biometrics these days.
Absolutely, there are different ways. You're correct. Biometrics, there are different two-factor authentication, right? You'll get an OTP on your mobile and all. So there are means. Having said that, again,